Gold just hit another all-time high. It's Wednesday, the 3rd of September. Now, I'm not a gold expert. There's a person we know who is and has been buying gold coins forever. And my wife asked him last December, and some of you who've been following me will know this. And we bought some gold coins, or my wife did. They're not kept at home, so don't try and find out where I live. And it's done incredibly well. So we saw him last week. And as I said, I'm not an expert in gold. And I said, look, uncle, he's not an uncle, but yeah, it's an Indian thing. Uncle, what should I do? I mean, I wish I'd bought a load more. I mean, is this it? You know, we're at the peak. And how did you know? I mean, you're not in finance. And he said to me, we've got 100 of those coins, 100. Okay, I won't go into what the values are. This is just a regular bloke living in West London, came to this country as an immigrant, worked hard at British Airways, I think it was, bought a home, then another in the days when real estate, you could do that, but always got into gold. By the way, he recently got into crypto and got his fingers burnt and I think lost a load, but that's a separate story. It just shows you just because you're good at one thing doesn't mean you're good at another. Anyway, to get to the point, he said, no, it's going to keep going higher. And I said, but listen, I've got a master's degree in economics from the world's #1 university for that. You haven't even been to uni. And you know more than me, which is usually the case, by the way. Okay, I know my little bit of area of expertise, so I'm more humble than arrogant on anything to do with knowledge, because the thing that university taught me the most is I know nothing, and that's the most important thing to learn. So I asked him. I said, "Look, why do you think it's going to keep going up?" He goes, "No, it's just going to keep going up." And he goes, it's the global instability. He sort of threw in Trump, a bit about the US dollar. No conspiracy theories. He just thinks it's going to keep going up. Now, all my financial know-how, education, experience, economics tells me it's going to revert back to mean. Let's look at the next 12 months. I think it's more likely to be lower than higher. He thinks definitely higher than lower. I'm not an expert. I'm not even going to call it. I'm not going to gamble it. My wife's going to continue holding her coins. Are we going to buy more at this price? Well, I don't have a problem if she wants to. It's entirely up to her. But I think we've got enough in our portfolio, to diversify. When you start buying too much of any one thing, then you're moving from investment to gambling because you really need that thing to go up. Anyway, I'm going to try and share more of these kinds of thoughts and things as they come up during the course of a day by just keeping the camera on now and again. Okay, thank you.